Hello everyone, HAWKWARZTOYZ here, and today we're taking a look at classic Trickster from SooSoo, also known as classic Loki. Guys, I can't wait to show you all the details. But before we start, if you are new to the channel and you want to check out the latest HAWKWARZTOYZ releases, 6-skill figures and live streams, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so you don't miss anything. Alright guys, enough of the talking, let's start with the unboxing. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, and here we have the box, and as you can see, we have a picture of classic Loki in the front, classic Trickster here at the bottom. This is the side of the box, nothing here. Back with all the curse and warning, small pieces to the did. This is the other side of the box with the continuation of the picture from the front, bottom, and last but not least, top of the box, nothing there. Alright, so now let me open this up and take a better look at the figure and the accessories. And yes, this is a shoe style box, and as you can see, we have the insert art inside. And yes, this is classic Loki here in Italy on a vacation, I assume, as you can see. And here we have the figure. So let me remove the plastic here so we can appreciate all the details and see what else we have. I'm very excited, really guys, to show you all the details about this figure, because this is actually one of my favorite characters, you know, Loki itself, and of course classic Loki. So underneath we have a tray where we have the hands, we have the other faceplate, and of course the very nice base, which I'm gonna show you later in the accessory section. And of course on the top we have the main guy of the video. Yes, this is classic Loki, Richard Grant, looking really good. And the first thing is brand new smell of a figure, and that's my favorite part of the unboxing. Look at this, guys. This is classic Loki. We have a lizard Loki, we have some effects, Thor, Frog Thor, and that's basically it. Alright guys, so now let me take everything out and take a closer look at the accessories. And here we have all the accessories, and yes, we're gonna start with the base. And yes, I kinda like this. Yes, even though it's the same shape as the HAWKWARZTOYZ one, I kinda like the pattern and the design on this particular base. So nothing at the bottom, pretty much green and yellow. You can see this piece here, and that's it for the base. Then we have Frog Thor, and let me tell you guys, he looks cute. He looks really good. You can see the green and of course the nice cape. Everything is plastic, nothing is, you know, bent or anything like that. But I think it is a good attention to detail. Maybe it's a bit bigger compared to the actual show. I think he was much smaller and it was in a jar, which we don't gonna get with this particular version. And then we have Lizard Loki, and this thing looks good. You can open and close the mouth, and I'm not sure if this is a something that they did last minute. I don't recall seeing the prototype with the mouth that you can open and close. I can be wrong, don't quote me on that, but looking good. Love the detail, and of course the paint application on the top and the little helmet over there. Then we have this faceplate, and this thing looks creepy as hell. Not because it's horrible, it's because it's good. Looks really good, guys. You can see the paint application and detail on the teeth. The eye, the expression looks really good. And of course, it's a magnetic, so I'm gonna show you later how it looks on the figure. And of course, we have this cap here, and it does look good. I like the paint application with this kind of golden with some weathering on the cap, so it looks good in my opinion. Then we have this awesome, good-looking rusty helmet. Yes, I put a lot of, words to describe this thing, but it does look good. I like the paint application and, of course, the shape of the helmet. Yes, you can't put it on Loki, unfortunately. And, of course, last but not least, we have a bunch of hands. So I'm going to show you the ones with the, I guess, power or with some magic effect, if you will. It is not a lot of feature, but because of the light, it looks very bright, and that's good. And of course, two pairs of hands, and let me show you the details here. Nicely sculpted in yellow. Those are the gloves, and that's basically it for the accessories. All right guys, so now let's take a closer look at classic Loki. And here we have the figure, guys, and let me tell you, I'm very impressed, very impressed with the overall look, the suit and everything. So let me get my tape and see how tall this figure actually is. And he is about a little bit over 13 inches tall, so good height because obviously the horns. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at the details on this head sculpt, because let me tell you guys, it looks amazing. As you can see, this screams accuracy for sure. You can see Richard Grant's likeness 100% on point. You can see the helmet looking good. I love this golden color with some texture there, paint application. This is plastic, you know, it is really good. Well done, SooSoo Toys. And this is not the first time that they surprise us with this type of releases. You can see the figure here, the profile looking really good, and of course the suit. Now this is the top of the helmet, and as you can see, nicely painted, and the texture looks good. The horns, love it. Now moving down to the suit, because we have a lot of things going on here. This piece here seems to be plastic, so nicely painted. Maybe is a thick leather, maybe. Then you can see that part here, and of course the chest is a lot of leather going on, so I'm a bit concerned the durability over time, but only time will tell. Now fabric on the suit looks good. This is the gauntlet, nicely done as well. Love the paint application. A lot of weathering going on the yellow pieces as well. As I said before, a lot of pleather, so that could be a problem. Now underneath the legs, I feel like there's some fat suit inside, and I guess just to give the shape of the legs, whatever that is. Then you can see the boots again, very soft material. I think this is pleather. I will be a bit concerned because again, a lot of pleather going on in this figure. Now this is the bottom of the feet, nothing there, and of course the back of the figure. And as you can see, we have the continuation of this green color there. This is classic Loki's booty, and of course the stitch, which I like it. And then, you know, we have the belt, and of course the cape. And let me tell you guys, this cape looks pretty good. Yes, it is not wired, so that might be a bummer, especially if you want to do some really cool poses, but love the weathering. It feels good, soft material. It falls really nicely on the figure, and yes, it is not wired, as I said before, and that's a bummer. Now let's check it out, the articulation on this figure, because I have a feeling that this is going to be limited. And of course the head is limited because of the neck, and of course how this is made of, so that's why it's a bit limited. Arms, you can lift it about this much, front for about this much, some swivel here on the biceps, not bad. You can bend the elbow, double joint, really good. And the peg articulation on the hand. Mine is a bit stiff, so bear with me. Now for the torso, you have some swivel here and a little bit of up crunch, so really not bad. Now for the legs, you can do a split for about this much, some swivel here on the thighs. You can lift the leg forward for about this much and back just a little bit, some limitation about this much. You can bend the knee for about this much, and of course no articulation on the feet, and that I knew it. I kind of knew that, and that's really not good if you ask me. Alright guys, so now let me show you the other faceplate on this figure, and let me tell you, creepy but awesome. It looks really good, guys. I mean, you can tell that this is classic Loki. If I don't tell you this is a toy, you wouldn't know, to be honest with you. It's that good. So I'm very happy with the likeness here. That smile is very creepy. You can see the wrinkles on the side, the teeth, paint application, you name it. I think SooSoo Toys did a really good job with this particular faceplate. Now, one thing about this is that the faceplate is magnetic, so let me remove it so you guys can see how this fits in the head sculpt. So really not bad at all. I think it's a good call, and that's basically it for this. Alright guys, so now let's do some comparison here. And as you can see, we have SooSoo Toys Gambit on the left, one of the best figures I've seen so far from a third-party company. Of course, we have Frog Thor, we have Lizard, Loki, and we have Dante from the Devil May Cry. Check it out, the review, because let me tell you, this figure is also really good. This is a licensed Asmus Toys, so it is not third-party. Alright guys, and that's basically it for the comparison. Now let's take a closer look at the poses here. So the first thing, guys, I'm going to show you different poses, and obviously whatever you like, let me know in the comments below. So this pose is very simple. As you can see, I just put the two hands with the effects there, and yeah, it looks like it's light up, but it's not. I guess the lights make this really cool effect, and I think this pose is simple but good looking if you ask me. Now for the next one, as I said before, you know, there's no articulation on the feet, so you may want to use the base and do this type of semi-walking pose, if you will. And again, guys, this haircut looks amazing. Let me tell you, SooSoo Toys did a really good job with this thing. You can see I, used the same effects on the hands, and just put the base, kind of hide it so you guys don't see the crotch grabber. Then we're gonna put again the base, but this time I'm gonna use all the accessories. Obviously the helmet, Lizard Loki, and of course Frog Thor. And if you see behind the lizard, I have the base there, but it's hidden, so you guys don't see it. And that's the point. You need to kind of like, you know, improvise and make this look as good as possible. Now this is the first faceplate, the serious one, and it looks fantastic with the cup. I mean, this thing looks amazing, not for nothing. Now for the next one, guys, I'm gonna show you another pose, maybe a bit more cool, if you will, because I'm using my friend's Desi's diorama, which, by the way, he did this one. It looks amazing. For some reason, I can use this with my Dragon Ball figures. I can use this with my Hot Toys figures. Multi-purpose, so that's good. You can see the helmet looking really good, and for some reason it blends nicely with this thing here. You can see I put the cap on the barrel, and of course we have Loki here with the effect in a, again, semi museum pose. I couldn't do any crazy poses with this, especially because, you know, the balancing doesn't help. And of course, then we have another one, again, still gonna be using the diorama, but this time I just put everything all over the place. As you can see, the cup is on the ground, and of course Frog Thor over there looking like, what am I doing here? But you get the idea. And of course, classic Loki with one power, or using one hand with that effect. And that's basically it. I think this pose looks good, simple. Again, you can do whatever you want with this figure. Articulation could be a problem, but I think overall this looks amazing. Alright guys, so this is gonna take me to my final thoughts about this figure. I'm so excited to have this figure in my collection, guys. I think SooSoo did a fantastic job. Instead with the likeness, I think this is a really good representation of classic Loki as seen in the show. Now the likeness is definitely 100% Richard Grant. I think SooSoo did a fantastic job with the likeness, with the paint application, the expressions, the wrinkles, you name it. The suit looks good, a lot of pleather going on, and that could be a problem over time, but overall I'm very happy with this. Now this figure comes with a decent amount of accessories. We have Frog Thor, we have the Lizard Loki, we have the helmet, few hands, some effects, so I'm okay with that. Now the articulation could be a problem because, you know, there's no balancing, no articulation on the feet, so it could be a bit of a challenge. And because of that, my final score is 8.5 out of 10. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook group 6 Skill Media for anything related One Steel Skill figures. Both links in the description below. And if you have some time, check out these two cool videos. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.